What up, YouTube? My name is Juice. Today's topic, I like to talk to y'all or just bring up some different things that some people may think about or maybe processing. Do you date or what is dating like after a divorce, especially after kids? Um, do you put yourself out there? How soon do you put yourself out there? Some people may say they did check out the relationship a long time ago and they can't wait to put themselves out there. Or some people wait for a little bit to sometimes self-reflect. Some of them don't self-reflect. Some people say, "Hey, I just want to focus on my kids, and that's it. I'm not ready to experience another marriage because I'm not mentally there. I don't have the capacity to be there just yet." Or on another note, some people say, "Listen, I had enough. I just want to go out there and have fun, and I want to be a 304." That goes on both sides, men and women. But the ones that do self-reflect, or say that they self-reflect, when they come out and say, "I'm working on myself," does that include counseling, or does that include just going back and see what you could have done better to rectify the situation, and how you will do better in your next relationship? Or you just focus on self as like, I'm just want to just focus on me, as in like just spoil myself and just enrich myself with everything that I couldn't do or didn't want to do when I was married. I'm gonna do it now that I'm not married. What do you tell the kids? What is that conversation is like? Do you even have that conversation? Right? As for the women's side of things, does the way you feel that the relationship didn't work out between you and your partner, do you still carry that as if, since he didn't treat you right, he's not going to treat my kids right? Think about that for a second. The other thing is, do you, on a man's side, if you don't have full custody of the kids or just partial custody, do you go back and reflect? Or do you just say, you know what, I'm just going to keep my head down. I'm just going to focus on work? You know, we all have our own way of going about coping with things. But do we really go back and not say I want to change things, as for I wish I never met this person, whatever it may be, but do you ever think about, okay, I can see where I messed up at on that part. I should listen to her. Now I know how to do better. Or do you just say, well, I wasn't to blame with the whole downfall? But with all that being said, what would you tell your kids on how to go about handling that situation? Do you learn from your mistakes to be able to teach your kids so they can learn from that? Or do you just try to tell them beware of this, that, and that, but never really give a good reason why? Another thing, do you let your kids know that you about to get out there and start dating? And do you let your ex know that you about to go out there and start dating? Or is it none of their business? Right? Um, like to see what that conversation is like, especially with the kids. Do I think you should let your spouse know? I mean, not spouse, your ex-spouse, know that you're out there dating or about to get dating? Um, that's a hard question to answer because it all depends on the personality of yourself and of the person you just left. If y'all can communicate effectively and y'all on the same terms of things, yes. If y'all still bitter towards each other, I don't know if it's a good idea. But that's all depends on the relationship that y'all have. And obviously, if y'all going to divorce, I'm not saying all divorces are bad divorces, but all divorces are bad. Because it's crazy how you couldn't communicate with each other when y'all was together and try to find common ground to communicate with each other when y'all away from each other. Unless you say, oh, it's just for the sake of the kids, which some people can work together when they have kids and some people can't because the other person still want to have some type of control or still wants to be involved. That's not the last only two options, but those are two options that come to mind at this current time. And when it comes to dating, especially after divorce, what is your expectation when it comes to meeting the next person? Is it where whatever the next person is, I don't want him to be or she to be the person I just left? Or your expectation is I just want to just go out and have fun. And what I mean by having fun, I just want somebody just to take me out. Vice versa, men, women, whatever case may be. From a woman perspective, I just want somebody to take me out just to get away from the kids a little bit, so I could still work on companionship compared to what most ladies will say. It's not working on myself. I'm not dating anybody. But if you're working on yourself, you also got to reflect what have you learned about yourself and how can you work well with others. But if you just work on yourself just to get past the mental and the mental part of the divorce, that's time that you have to figure it out on your own. Because everybody time is at the right time. But if you're in the process of entertaining somebody and working on yourself, just make sure you be honest with yourself if this is what you want or don't want. And set real expectations on, I just want to date and that's it, or I just want a companion to come by every once in a while, but I don't want nothing serious just now because I'm still focused on the other things. Now, if it gets serious later on, yes. If it don't, that's all I really want. Don't want the mind games. I already had enough. Don't want it again. And that goes both ways, men and females. And the other thing about going through the divorce process, or excuse me, take that back, not the divorce process, divorce period, is the rebuilding phase. Depends on how the divorce ends or what it's going to be. Rebuilding to get your life back on track and to make yourself feel good again. What does that look like? If there's anything else I'm missing in all of this, please leave in the comment. Like and subscribe.